All right, welcome to cryptography for summer 2018. Okay, this is the main D2L page. Did y'all know we're switching away from D2L? Yep, probably by spring, maybe fall. But this is a course, it's got some information about it. You can get to my syllabus, you can do all that stuff, and we will go through each of these things in detail here in a second. What I put here, I was sitting right in the Snow City, Will Rogers Airport, waiting on a flight. Which line was corrected today? TSA pre. I always put some stupid stuff here, and believe it or not, sometimes they help. So read all of this information. I added some new assignments this semester, PGP and blockchain. You'll find both of them quite interesting, and I'll show you where they're at here in a second. There are videos for both of them up as well. We have a new student contact info quiz. I also added some discussions, which we're going to walk through as well. Let's start over here as content first. Okay, under the content, first you're going to see hidden stuff, which you can't see. See some course files. Inside your course files, you're going to see, first of all, your syllabus. If you click on your syllabus link, it should open, and it does. Read all this stuff. This textbook is not required, hence the not required. This textbook is required. You can buy it on Amazon. You can get it at the bookstore. Really good book. You need to get that. You're going to learn a bunch of stuff. Now, this course requires discussions, lab assignments, and exams. You'll notice the exams are worth 60% of your grade. There's 2 exams. They need to be proctored. They can be proctored through the testing center or through ProctorU. I'll let you know a little more once we get closer to it. This is important right here. This class no longer has an automatic 5% curve, and I'll discuss that in a second. In the past, there's certain upper-level, tougher courses. At the end of the semester, I curved everybody's grade by 5%. I no longer do that for reasons we're not going to get into here. But you do still have a chance to get extra credit. Now, last day of withdrawal, July 31st. Got to complete your final by July 17th, withdrawal, 31st for the final. To read over the rest of the stuff about withdrawals, I don't have time to go through it now. But look over the syllabus in detail. Ask me if you have any questions. Now, in the course files, you also see we have a schedule. This schedule was updated recently. It tells you when everything meets, okay? On week 1, week 2, what we're doing each week. You see there's the new PGP assignment. You'll see there's the new blockchain assignment. So look at the different assignments. There's 11 of them, plus 2 exams. And this is when they're due. Okay, there's the lectures I'm going to be covering as well. Some week I'll cover more than one lecture. Obviously, there's 4 of them on the last week. In other words, these are pretty short. So look over that there. Now let's see what else is in here. Oh, there's a book called Crypto. Maybe that's the one you need to read. So if we open this up, and sure enough, I do recommend buying the book. I don't know where this came from, but there's a couple other information things here about how to email your professor. It drives me crazy. Like, I get an email over the interim. Luckily, I was only teaching 1 class in the summer, or the interim. Basically says, I have a question on quiz 6. Okay, first of all, who are you? What class are you enrolled in? What quiz are you talking about? What question are you talking about? So read that. It might help you. How to email your professors. Okay. Now, there is also a link here about videos worth watching. Some of these are really, really interesting. So I recommend watching them. There's also a book called, a movie called Imitation Game. Absolutely amazing. It's currently on Netflix, so you should go watch it. Each week, you'll find the lectures that pertain to the week. You'll also find the part you need to read out of the book. And there's a discussion to go with each one. So during week 1, you're going to read the loner. Write a small paragraph. Tell me something about it that's not already been mentioned by somebody else, and then comment on to other students. Let's go into discussions and look how those will be graded. Now, discussions, I have no one posted yet. First of all, it's locked after June 16th, so you have until June 16th to do it. Now, I'm going to do assess, and I think the rubric will show. Well, no one's done the assignment yet, so I can't really do the rubric. Well, darn it. But there it is. That's what I wanted you all to see. Okay. The way I'll be grading discussions, first of all, did you post within the first 3 days? So if the class opens, so if the week starts on a Sunday, you have to post by Wednesday. Actually, by Tuesday. Tuesday will be the 3rd day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Did you post over multiple days? Did you make your initial response? Did you reply to 2 others? All this together give you 100 points. See, 25, 25, 25, and 25 for these. So post within the first 3 days, spread over multiple days, make a main post and 2 other posts. Okay. So that's how the discussions are done each week. You'll notice there's one for each week. Okay. You can post early. You just can't post late. Okay, so let's go to the assignment section. There's not much that to be submitted there. It's just really assignment 6 and the proof of ID. So assignment 6 you submit here by June 30th. And if you do any of the Python programs, they go in here as well. The rest of the stuff you do under quizzes. On the quizzes section, you have the contact info quiz, which most of you have already done. Don't worry about that one. You don't need that. Don't worry about that. Here's your assignments. You have a Caesar Cipher practice and the Caesar Cipher. Last semester, a student said, hey, you know, I would like to know how you grade these things. Could you make a practice assignment? So that's what I did. For instance, under index of coincidence, let's look at this practice assignment. The assignment comes up. Maybe, there it goes. Calculate the index of coincidence of the following text. Items may be used 0 or more times. Use only alphabet, ignore case. This is the string you're going to be using right here. Very hard to come up with one that worked for such a small number of letters. So calculate the index of coincidence on this text right here. Then you're going to go through here. Okay, you're going to figure out how many A's there are. So you're going to count the A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 A's. So you're going to go over to the A's, and you're going to, number 7 is 16. Now that C is 16, so you're going to go 16 is number of A's. Oh, that's right there. Now, up here, I told you items may be used 0 or more times. There are some bogus ones in here to throw you off. I did that on purpose. For instance, when you want to calculate the index of coincidence, it's a decimal number. The problem is you got 5 of them. You got to figure out which of these 5 is the correct one. Okay. So calculate, once you watch the lecture, you figure out how to do it. But you're going to do this. Now, this is only using the first 5 letters of the alphabet. That's the practice. Now, when you get to the actual one, if you open this one up, it's the same one. Darn it. Hold on. That's the same one. Actually, I'm going to go to a different one. Let's get down here to the new blockchain one. Here's the blockchain practice. Now, this practice, I think, yeah, it's just a hair bit shorter. Let's make sure I did this one right. I give you the initial hash, combine it with the initial chain to produce the final chain. Here's the final chain. In this case, I give you the initial chain. So there's only one, so you don't really have much trouble with this one. Once you read the assignment, you'll see you have to take the initial chain, combine it with the first hash to get the final chain. Well, since I only gave you one, there's only one possibility, hence you would pick number 1. Now, that's the practice. Let's go look what the real one looks like. Now, when you do the real one, a little bit tougher. The real one, I give you 5 of them, okay? There's 5 hashes. So place the hashes in order, starting with the initial chain that produced the following final chain. And there's the final chain. So what order do they go in? Which one's the initial? Which one's the second, third, fourth, fifth, and final? Okay? Well, actually not the final because the one that produces the final. Actually, no, this one is the final, so you're good there. So it'll be 6. Okay. Yeah, because the final is right there. Now, you should also know what the initial is by now because I kind of just showed that one to you. But one thing I want to show you up here is each one of your assignments in this course are worth 100 points. If you do it by the due date and it's fully correct, you can get 100%. But for every day you complete it early, you can get 1% additional up to 5%. There you go. That's how you're going to earn the 5% bonus in this course. For every assignment you do, you have the opportunity to earn 5% bonus on it. So just by doing it early. The way you're going to do that is you can tell me, okay, if it's due on a Saturday and you submitted it on Friday, you would put a 1. If you did it on a Thursday, you'd put a 2. If you did it on a Wednesday, you'd put a 3, so on and so forth. In other words, how many days did you do it early? And yes, I will be checking this. That will give you bonus points. If you did it 5 days early, you're going to get 5% extra. Okay? Pretty simple. This is available on every one of the actual assignments, not the practice, but the actuals. Practices are not required, by the way. It's just so you can see how they're graded. Okay? So there's a quiz. There's actually all those quizzes are all right there. You'll see there's a practice. The Kaczynski practice is not currently available. I'm changing it a little bit, but it might, if it doesn't become available, there is one in the content area. It's on a PDF, but I was just trying to make a quiz, which I have not done. Then you have 2 exams. First exam is 75 minutes, and it's encrypted and proctored. I will let you know more about that. I might be changing that. So I will discuss more with that before that time gets here. Then the final exam. They are password protected, so the testing center or the proctor, you will have that for you. Okay, so we looked at content, we looked at assignments, we looked at quizzes, we looked at discussions. That's about it for this course. Go through, read the syllabus, read the schedule, start on assignment 1, get it done. Again, if you complete assignments early, like somebody already did, you can get that 5% extra credit. Okay, yeah, I think that's all there is to this course. All righty, thank you.